Hello tribe, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I have been reading your comments since the beginning of this channel and I do keep some comments in mind, and then when another comment pops up over time, I pay attention to what people need. Now, what was popping up lately as per comments was moving from one place to another. So a couple of you have asked me that over time, and I think it's time for me to do a reading on it because I've done one, but I think ages ago. So let's do one more. Let's see what we can expect. Now, in this reading, quick shout out, I'm going to tell you both. We're going to take a look at the story, how your life would be like living in that certain specific location. But I'm also going to tell you what kind of challenges you might endure on the way, because life is not all butterflies, as we all know it, right? So I think that information for you, knowing what kind of possible challenges might pop up or distractions, you could take this information on board and be better prepared for your journey. Okay, so let's take a look at your piles. As usual, I'll take my phone out of this holder and we'll look at close up. For pile number one, we have this stone over here and this intuitive card over here. Okay, for pile number two, we have this shell over here and this intuitive card. For pile number three, we have this shell over here and this intuitive card. For pile number four, we have a piece of glass from the beach and this intuitive card. And that's all of them from above. So choose your pile and I'm going to see you in timestamps. Hello pile number one, let's take a look at your reading, what we have here. So I'm gonna shuffle the cards, we'll do it all together. I hope your day is beautiful or will be beautiful. I hope that you're not always stressing about what's happening around. Let's see what we have. We have the Devil, we have the Hermit, we have Five of Cups, we have the Chariot, Ten of Pence, and that's King of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. Whoa, you're being called to that place, aren't you? Pile one. I think I should zoom in for you so you can see the piles a little bit better. Here we go. Let me tune into your energy and let's see what's happening. Now, I'm gonna be as specific as I can in this reading because I also don't want to be too specific because there is just a big amount of people watching this reading. But what I'm picking up from the very beginning is that some of you guys might be in a toxic situation right now. So it can be a codependent partner, it can be codependent parents, it can be a situation that is not purely healthy for you. It doesn't matter who or what we are talking about, okay? Maybe the place itself, the surroundings are not good for your vibe, and that's quite important too. Okay, so I do see that I truly love this Chariot card. Take a look at this with me. I truly think that for pile number one, there are a couple of locations you could live in. If you ever thought that maybe I should choose one only, I think that would be a possibility for you to explore both of them if you wanted to. Now, what kind of life you'd have? We do have quite good cards here. Financially, you would be much better. I don't know obviously how good you are now financially, how stable you are now. I'm gonna say that you will be quite, I don't want to say wealthy, but you would have good opportunities there. Especially, I do see one person who would be able to help you out with things. Opportunities are out there, okay? Now, at the very beginning of this journey, it seems like you might find yourself a little bit lonely, and it's understandable, and you might be in a place where you're like, you know what, I'm a bit emotional when it comes to this change, and it's completely normal. It just depends how you're gonna cope with it. Are you gonna be homesick? You know, probably a lot of you will, but that homesickness, I feel like it will go away for you specifically in 10 months, I'm hearing, because that's just a natural thing to go through. I remember when I moved away from home, the first 2 years being in London, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Like, I just didn't like the place, you know, but I knew that there was something for me to learn from it or take from it, and over time it became my home. So it's just about being open-minded of what this place will bring into your life, because judgment is out here, and judgment is saying you might be called towards a light, maybe wherever you go and it's a bit brighter, or maybe not as cluttered. I don't know how that portrays to you. It seems like you're being called there, but you still have your back to that light. So I would say explore that light for you here, because when it comes to, if you're wondering about your work or finances, I don't see any troubles here. Even if you'll feel like you don't have at the very beginning as much as you would want to, even I don't see it like that. Even if, okay, example, there is a man, an older man, who would be able to help you out in order for you to feel stable. I'm paying attention to this tree, apple tree here, and it seems like you have a very big potential in that place to grow your roots deep in the ground. What that means for me, whatever you'll create there will have a solid foundation for your future. Okay, I don't know why Aquarius popped in my mind, so maybe some of you are Aquariuses, have it somewhere in your chart, or you just have some of the personality traits that Aquarius has, or you will be dealing with a person like that. Okay, so let's shuffle a bit more. Let's take a look at how your life will be like in that place. Whoa, thank you. 9 of Cups. I mean, there's some kind of a goal that you're trying to achieve, and you would be able to achieve it there. Even if you don't have a certain goal on your mind, you'll come up with one over there, and it's gonna make you feel very fulfilled. So some kind of wish is coming true in the place wherever you'll be going, and it's very connected to your freedom and solitude for some of you. Maybe you need that time. Okay, Hierophant, 2 of Swords, Ace of Swords, 9 of Swords. Let's clarify the 9 of Swords. Why do we have 9 of Swords here? Mage of Coins. Let's take a look at one more. Okay, you know what I'm getting? Some of you might not like the environment over there, but it's not environment. Some of you might find it difficult to get used to the culture or to get used to the weather. Weather is coming through here quite strongly. But 9 of Swords, it's all in your head, right? This is your own anxiety caused by yourself, because we don't have any cards that would prove otherwise here. There are no cards talking about any kind of troubles, big troubles, anything that is that might be quite scary for you. Everything will be created in your head, but it's just some kind of inconvenience here. I think you might at first find the place that you live in, I think it's going to be just a temporary place. You might find it a little bit uncomfortable for yourself, but obviously you're going out of your comfort zone. That will be happening, especially when it comes to your home environment. At first I'm seeing that you might want to change it up, and it's entirely up to you, because there is a chance for you to do so. I want to clarify the Hierophant here and see what we have, because this Hierophant is a bit different. It seems like, you know, okay, I'm getting the vision here. It seems like if you can't make up your mind if you should go or not, it seems like there is a person in your life, doesn't matter how close you are with them, who is very wise beyond their years. I would encourage you asking them about it. They have went through a lot of changes and they have seen the world, I'm hearing, okay? So if you need advice or encouragement, ask that person. You have someone quite strong around you, friend of a friend, even, you know, you don't have to know them very like closely, but there is someone out there who could advise you on the situation, what you should do and how you should go about your domestic environment here once you get to the place where you're at. Yeah, and whoever this person is, it seems like they are something about their style here is quite different to what you're used to, and they have gone through quite a lot when it comes to their own life. Now the main, I would say, the main obstacles that we would have here, even though we don't have many, would be your own mind. You know, you might create sometimes situations in your scenarios in your head that are not realistic, so watch out of how you're gonna react to certain things happening through this transition, because the rest of the cards are talking about you having a very stable ground, very stable finances. I would say better than stable. 10 of Pentacles, it's someone who is creating something not only for themselves, but they leave a legacy for the future generations. So you are creating something big here when it comes to your career or your project of some sorts. If you want to be an entrepreneur, that would be a great thing for you to go for, guys, pile number one. And those plans would come to fruition here. Your anxieties might throw you off track, but that's something that is, yeah, you see, a lot of swords are coming through here. It's like once you break off those negative thoughts or those scary thoughts, what if, that's when you'll be able to live in anywhere, really, in the harshest situations here. So I would say practice and truly pay attention to how you talk to yourself when something doesn't go your way sometimes, because I feel like pile number one, you might be quite sensitive sometimes, or maybe you're just a perfectionist, okay? Because you're gonna have to go through experiences here and your mind will be your only enemy. It seems like for pile number one, what I want to say, you do have to cut some ties off. Something is holding you back here. Because I remember the devil now when I saw these chains. Is there someone or something holding you hostage where you're at now? And if it is, what can you do in order to break those chains, okay, for yourself? So that would be another challenge for some of you here. But once you get to the place you are, once you get to where you want to be, you know, where you want to travel, everything will start sorting itself out. How will your mental state be once that's over? 8 of Pentacles, you're going to be concentrated on work, and your health, I'm seeing here, will be better than it was before, okay? So it can be mental health, it can be your groundingness. It seems like the place where you're going towards to will have quite a good vibe here. A lot of earth energy, very peaceful, quiet. Autumn is beautiful, sun rays, quite warm energy I'm getting from this. And it seems like nature is beautiful there, not necessarily in the city in the cityscape, but more so what that country has to offer nature-wise, if that's making sense. Because it seems like the more you'll connect to nature in that place, the more peaceful you'd become with yourself. And congratulations, because your finances are really good wherever you are going here. Your career will be much better to where you are now. Okay, let's see why you should move. What would be better than where you are now? The Star. It seems like you might need to go to that place because there is some kind of opportunity waiting for you out there. There's someone waiting with that cup over here, okay? And they're like, okay, come and get it, but I live over there, you know. They're like, but that's where you need to go. I don't know what that tower represents to you, but it's obviously we have a vibe of France here, but it doesn't matter whatever country you're asking about. It seems like you need to follow your stars, follow your star, okay? Can you get the same satisfaction in the place where you're at now, or can you get the same satisfaction getting to that goal where you will be? There's something about this difference of opportunities here. Maybe where you're at now, you don't have as many opportunities. Once you'll go to this other place, you're going to open your eyes to many more opportunities. Maybe that star, that dream that you thought of, will have many more branches, and you might even change your opinion of what you want to do next, and you'll be exploring what's next for you. And it's a very vibrant energy here that I'm getting for pile number 1. Don't pay attention to what other people have to say. Break free from those chains, okay? And pay attention to your thought patterns. That's all I wanted to say for pile 1, okay? So if you want to see more content like this, subscribe, and I'm gonna catch you next time. Hello, pile number 2 people. So I'm getting a very interesting vibe from you, specifically when we're talking about that place where you want to go. There is something very unique about it, because what vibes I'm getting is that I'm hearing modern. So I don't know if where you want to be, the lifestyle is very modern, or it's more modern where you're at now than where you're at now. It's something very unique about that place. So probably there is something in that location that isn't in other countries or isn't anywhere out there. There's that uniqueness coming through here. I don't know what exactly that is, but I'm getting a very nice style. I see people a bit like, I wanted to say New York because of fashion, you know, but I'm also seeing people who are dressed very uniquely, not something that you see even on TV. They're more advanced, so there's that advancement of culture, if that makes sense. Sorry, I looked at this shell and I started channeling from it, so I couldn't stop. Let's take a look at your cards. Pile number 2. What do we have here? Pile number 2. We're gonna be looking at how your life will be like once you move to the place that's on your mind. Okay, thank you. Getting this luxury vibe, this dining and wining. I don't know, it's something about that. I don't think many of you have discovered it just yet, even if you visited that place. There's a specific place, a restaurant, a building, a gathering of some sort that's giving me a vibe of luxury, but not over the top. So the place that you would go to, and it would allow you to feel very appreciated, taken care of, but without spending thousands of pounds or dollars on a meal, if that's making sense. So it seems like you would discover, I don't know if that's important for you because that's coming through here quite strongly, you will discover some kind of a spot for yourself that you would go to regularly, and maybe tradition for you, or living that lifestyle where you regularly do something with your friends or people that you meet in certain location, certain time. It's something about that here. I don't know. I had to throw it out this here because it was quite intense for me. Let's take a look at the life you'd be living there. Wow. Wow, pile number 2. Can I just say 3 of Cups, World, the Star, 10 of freaking Cups, right? Bottom of a deck, the Emperor. What's up, pile number 2? Let me adjust the camera, and I'm gonna zoom in a little bit for you so you can see it better. Okay, how your life would be like, right? Ooh, pile number 2. Why are you doubting? What's holding you back? I think some of you have already decided going there. Honestly, it seems like now, if that's not your pile, that's not your pile, and it's fine, okay? Maybe click on the other pile. Who I'm talking with here is someone who knows what they want and they'll get there. Now, you're gonna have a very a wonderful life there. I must say, okay? You're gonna have a lot of fun. You go into all of your, it seems like your heart will be full, overflowing, okay? And what this 10 of Cups portrays to me, especially in this deck, it seems like you've been holding some of those cups back, okay? So this is how you used to be before. You knew that you'd go to that place, but you are like, I'm okay with silver. But then universe goes by, hey, but you can have gold, and you're like, I don't know, like, am I worthy of gold? Universe goes like, yeah, damn it, you're worthy of gold, go and get it. So it's something about maybe you holding yourself back from your own success. I don't know what it is. A lot of people tend to do that unconsciously because you're gonna have a lot of beautiful get-togethers, and if you're wondering if you're gonna be able to find new people or friends that you're close with over there, wherever you're going, you're gonna have a really good group of people around you. And these are very uplifting people who have the same vision like you do. You, pile number 2, giving me a very, I don't know if you're religious or not, but I'm getting this very religious vibe about you. It doesn't have to be a religion as such, but it just can be that you are very dedicated to spirituality even, okay? And this belief of yours, it seems like it was showing you the way. You're very in tune with your higher self, and you know that wherever you want to go is the right place to be. You are being called out there, pile number 2. It's a very, very strong vibe. If that's not your pile, if you are doubting, I think maybe you should click on other pile here, because there is no doubt for me that this pile, once they get to the place they want to go to, they'll be able to take so much out of it that they may be held back. It seems like even the lifestyle that you'll be living there, it will be very different, because I keep getting that, you know that you're 100, but you were holding yourself back maybe, and you were just like, okay, maybe I'm 70, you know, but you're not, you are 100. Go for 100, pile number 2. It seems like that I'm seeing a throne. You're gonna have to claim that throne once you get there, but you're gonna have to be very persistent, and you're gonna have to be very disciplined in order to actually take that throne, you know, and take that cup and claim it as yours. Because it seems like there might be a bit of distraction somewhere along the way, but I feel like you might have some distractions right now. Maybe something is holding you back a bit that you like, but I don't know, I don't want to leave certain things behind, which is understandable. But we have quite a strong reading here, pile number 2s. Whatever you get in, it seems like you're very looked after, I must say, by your spirit guides or by your deceased or your angels, or I don't know what kind of spirits you're working with, but you're very looked after here, and you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. There is no doubt for me that you're gonna sit on that throne over here like this emperor. Okay, after emperor we have sun. Look at what cards we have here. I'm also gonna take a look at what obstacles you might encounter on the way and what to watch out for, because we all know that when transitions happen and change happens, we endure some kind of uncomfortable situations, and so that you can use that information as a tool for yourself to maybe avoid something potentially, or be a little bit better prepared. So let's see what is the potential challenge here when it comes to moving from one place to another. Making up your mind or listening to your intuition. Okay, what is the challenge? Yeah, make up your mind. I mean, you know where you need to be. You already know where you need to be. You're very sure that that's the place that's gonna bring you something. Okay, but maybe it has taken you a while. 2 of Swords, crossroads, and then we have Ace of Wands here. It's saying go towards what gives you drive and passion. Are you feeling passionate enough in the place you are at now? You can create this anywhere you're at, but it seems like you might be feeling more passionate where you're gonna go. There is that drive. There is that drive here. You want to get there in order to explore something, a creative endeavor, possibly, even if it's not creative endeavor, something that fires up your soul, Yeah, there are quite a lot of illusions here, and maybe a little bit like, but I don't know if I am not up in the clouds. Okay, so one of those things that I'm seeing here that might be a little bit for you is truly get into that understanding that what you dream of is what you can get. Maybe you do tend sometimes to think to yourself, I dream too much, and that's never gonna happen. Don't stay in that belief system here, because you guys have a lot of potential, pile number 2, and it doesn't matter where you go. Even if you stayed in the place where you're at now and you made peace with yourself that you're gonna get where you want to be, let's say when it comes to your goals or family goals of some sorts, relationships, you could have everything that you would have in that other place, in a place that you are now. You could get it, okay? But it seems like that the other place that you're talking about here, it would just bring you more fulfillment, but you'd still be able to achieve both, achieve those goals in both places. I just want to make sure that you understand that, pile number 2. Let's take these back actually, and let's move a bit. Let's take a look at your finances here. How will your finances be wherever you're going? Because your heart is fulfilled, your lifestyle is wonderful, and it's much probably more exciting than where you're at now in the future. But I want to take a look at your finances because it's quite important, isn't it? Your finances in a place where you're at. We have Judgment. We have opportunities here popping, but it seems like you might have to explore a different niche or a different career here that maybe you haven't tried before. See that those stars are here. So it seems like you want to go to the place that you're thinking of because of your creative project or your work, mostly. You would have to work in order to, yeah, you'd have to try a little bit harder when it comes to work to gain that fulfillment. You see, your emotions are super fulfilled, you are surrounded by wonderful people, and you're having loads of fun, pile number 2, wherever you are going. But now when it comes to your work, you'd have to approach your work a bit differently, and you might even possibly have to leave behind whatever that you were used to in your career. So maybe the career itself, if you were, let's say, a baker before, you'd have to learn how to drive a bus. You know what I mean? Simple example. So it seems like you'd have to use this other side of yours that maybe you haven't discovered fully just yet. Maybe you were never in a place where you have to show your abilities, how competitive you are, you know, how to get something that a lot of people want. So there might be competition when it comes to work, but it seems like you do have a drive here. You'll have to trust that even if you'll fail, let's say interview or something like that, that it's not the end of the world. That's what you're gonna have to understand. And I'm purely picking that up from the moon card here, okay? So you'll have to be like, okay, let me stand up. I'm gonna approach it from a different way. So let's say I'll probably maybe even take a look at different jobs for now, or I'll take a look at what's there for me that I still need to learn and get better at, because I do see a bit of competition when it comes to your work, okay? Finances. And that's when you have that stability showing here, you know, after some time. So it seems like there would be a challenge to there would be your own challenge, basically. Are you strong enough to compete for something that more people want? You know, are you gonna pull through? Are you going to be able to change the way you do things? Are you going to be able to adapt in new workplaces? This is the only challenge that I'm seeing here when it comes to work. I would say also save a couple of extra $100 when it comes to moving to that place, just to be sure that if something, let's say, goes tits up, if it will take you a bit longer to get a job than usual, or unexpected situations will pop up, you will be completely safe. You know, whatever happens, you're like, all I need to deal with is my own fear. So am I comfortable to, you know, get out of my shell and out of my comfort zone? So that's what you're dealing with when it comes to any kind of bumps on the road here, pile number 2. Advice when it comes to career, please. Okay, look, when it comes to career, very interesting advice. You should aim for a job or career that is not boring for you, that gives you a sense of freedom. So whatever cages you in, you won't be as happy in that job. I would strongly suggest for pile number 2 to look out for jobs that are very diverse, that maybe even take you from one place to another. That would be a good thing to do. For some other people, I would encourage you to learn something new and don't be afraid of working in a job or in a field that is unfamiliar for you. So there is a need of exploration for pile number 2, because when you'll go to that location, you'll have to adapt, okay? And you'll have to reinvent yourself when it comes to certain things that you didn't even acknowledge how adaptable you were before. Maybe you were used to certain things when it comes to your career, and now you have this scenario where you're like, whoa, so now I have to actually change some things up in order to get to where I want to be. You have a massive book. These are your experiences, and it's saying, are you gonna use it, you know? But you have to use it. Oh my God, I have a vision. Let's talk about it. Wow, whoa, wait, I'm gonna pull one more card. I had a vision of someone who is living their best life. So talking about everything that's happened after work for you here, it's brilliant. Like, I would love to join you, you know, experiences, dining, wining, exploring, and all of that stuff, meeting with friends and people that you like and love. Now, when it comes to your work, what I do see a vision where you were so used to one thing, or you were so used to that. Let's say you got this goal on your mind, and that's exactly what kind of field I'm aiming for, or that's only what I'm good at, okay? Choose your scenario. And then, sorry, I want to sneeze, oh my God. Nope, not the time. And then we have a saying back home that if you want to sneeze and you talk about something, it means it's true, you know? So what's happening here, you are thrown into the situation where you don't feel comfortable, and you're like, damn, but I don't know anything about this. And you're like, oh my God, what I'm gonna do? Like, I don't really want to take this job. I should take this job because it gives me security for now, allows me to feel financially secure and support my home and all of that stuff, you know, bills, etc. And at the time where you like, I do see someone rejecting an offer too. You reject an offer, or you reject, or you don't even try to go into different fields or truly challenge yourself, then you'll start noticing that some things are quite stagnant, okay? You're like, okay, I can't allow myself to be jobless for X amount of time. I need to find a job very quickly. And you're like, I'm gonna try to apply for a job anywhere just for now. And the moment that you are in that very uncomfortable state of being is when you are rediscovering your own strengths, okay? It's like a bit like this guy over here that I'm seeing. This person is out there in rain, and he's like, damn, but I have all this book, like I have this book that I can use. These are my hidden talents. These are my hidden personality traits that I've never explored, you know, I've never experienced, because I just wasn't in that space where I needed to. So I would say you'd learn quite a lot about yourself, how to come out of a tricky situation, or how to apply different traits to you that you probably haven't quite discovered here, pile number 2. It can be annoying, it can be uncomfortable, but if we're going for change, we have to expect those things. You'll have to test yourself, pile number 2, when it comes to work. Are you ready to do so? I don't know, completely, entirely up to you, but it seems like whatever will happen, it will be it's that 11, you know. What I'm seeing with justice every time I look at it is that karma will be served. So when I talk about karma, people think, oh my God, this is bad karma. Karma can be good. So you're gonna be shown the best way. You're gonna be shown the traits of yourself that you probably haven't discovered. And if you want to explore that, I would say go ahead, because this will be truly a very educational journey for you. Let's pull some more cards. My God, I've been talking for 21 minutes for pile 2. Jeez. The Emperor, look. So you've got your throne. It seems like you do have your shield over here that's talking about overcoming any kind of challenges and winning against enemies of any sorts, you know, take it metaphorically here. I do think that this would be a really good thing. I think what I'm imagining, someone who is not maybe as experienced, someone who's not as experienced, and they get to explore, you know, and through that exploration you'll somehow mature, you know, you grow up. I mean, even if you are mature already, there are always, you know, there's always somewhat, I can't even speak. Whew, guys, sorry, it's been a long day. There's always something for you to learn still, you know. That's what kind of maturity that I'm talking about here. So I would say go have fun, challenge yourself, experience things. You're going to be surprised what kind of personality traits that you do have here. So if you want to see more content like this, subscribe, and I'm going to catch you next time. Bye for now. Hello tribe, pile 3. Let's see what we have here for you. You know, taken from your shell, like I got this vision very swiftly here. You are seeking for peace. It seems like I heard someone saying, I don't care where I'm at, I'm seeking for peace. So I don't know if where you're at now is not as peaceful for you, or there is something missing for you in your domestic environment or your career that's not completely balanced for you. That's making sense. Let's take a look at the cards before we start channeling even more. Okay, let's see. Tower, 6 of Cups, 5 of Swords. Let's see what else we have here. Novice of Coins. Okay. By the way, I'm reading this deck by imagery mostly. Oh, a very mysterious vibe here. A very mysterious vibe. Bottom of the deck, we'll keep it here. I want 2 more cards for you guys because I feel like there is a bit of a longer story here, pile 3. Let's see. Let's see. And we're purely asking about how would your life be like if you move to a location that you're thinking about, right? Let's take a look at this. You guys have a very interesting story here. Wait, only if you could see, right? She was like, yeah, look at those cards, but we can't see. So it seems like this journey for you would be quite challenging, pile number 3. It depends on your stamina and dedication and ability to endure challenges, because I think that is not the first time that you have seen things crashing down and you have rebuilt yourself. What I want to point out for pile number 3, again, you remember how I said you're aiming for peace? We have Temperance here. Because it seems like wherever you were or wherever you're at, maybe there are conflicts and there's just like something that's not working out for you. Pile 3, before you take a step, now it can be your pile, it can be someone else's. If it's not your scenario, click to another reading and see what's happening there. But what I'm seeing, it seems like someone hasn't completely taken care of what's happening in their current location, in their reality, wherever they're at, and they want to move on to a different location, and they think that will change things up for themselves. Now, what this is saying, this reading, pile number 3, is take a look at what can be fixed and done, especially when it comes to people around you or your own self in your surroundings right now. Will a different location solve feelings, issues when it comes to your emotional state? If it will, that's great. But a lot of the times, especially for pile 3, what I'm seeing happening here, you might think that by going away, everything will fall into places. It could, but it seems like you would endure some kind of challenge here that includes a person. That might be something you've dealt with already, though. Includes a person who has treated you wrong or will treat you wrong here. Don't trust just anyone, especially if you're dealing with jobs. Now, specific situation, not for everyone. Someone who would fill documents out when they're still in the location where they live now, and they are promised some kind of a job, and they're like, okay, they promised me this job, I'm gonna move there and I'm gonna see how my life's gonna be. Watch out for scammers, I have to say here, pile number 3. I truly hope that I'm gonna help out at least one person who will double check things. Maybe that this reading was meant for one person, you know. As long as I'm helping someone out, I don't care. Look, there's a situation here where there's potential of you having a good life there, but what cards are saying right now, make sure that you are not in a mess right now, so you don't leave your place in the messy way, if that makes sense. Make sure that everything is has quieted down where you're at, or you have taken care of all the documents and everything is very transparent where you're going. Pile number 3, because I truly don't like one person here, and when I don't like something, I tell you. Someone who seems a little bit effing shady, or someone who's promising something that's not entirely true. Look out for fake promises. But for you guys, what would be quite important when it comes to movement is finding a place to go to that allows you to be in solitude for X amount of time, to get your emotions together, to get your mind together, because you've been through quite a lot here. If you haven't, it seems like you might go through that if you do trust a wrong person, specifically if you are promised something here. I'm not saying that everyone you're going to be dealing with is shady. I'm saying that that might be particularly for one person. But better safe than sorry, okay? So double check documents. What you're signing up for, is the place as it's advertised, does it look the same when it comes to your domestic environment, right? All of those things that will be quite important. You have to set yourself free, pile number 1, from something, and it's purely very connected for me to maybe for some of you your own belief system. For some of you, you need to go for a bit of healing because you've been in a toxic situation that somehow impacted you, and you think maybe that you've healed from it and you're trying to escape from it, but you haven't fully healed. So for pile 3, you need to fully stand on your 2 feet, be grounded before you prepare to take off. Once you do that, let's take a look at what's gonna happen. So this is one scenario here, okay? And we're gonna take a look at if you do take the advice, and if you do know that all documents are in place, there are no shady business, etc., etc., that you've healed and you are in a better state of mind now, how would your life be like in this country. Whoop. Let's take a look at that. Guys, what you have to do here, pile number 3 is, whoa man, what you have to do here is to make sure that you're not trying to escape your problems, because it's saying whatever you haven't solved before, it might chase you. That's why I told you to be firmly on your 2 feet. We have a Hanged Man, we have 8 of Swords, right? Look at this guy here. And again, I'm paying attention to that book. Some kind of legalities, maybe some documents you have to take care of. Some of you now, it's gonna be probably for a couple of people, and they're probably very young or inexperienced, but I have to say what I see. It seems like there is a situation here that there is a person or there's a scenario, what I do see, someone who is unhappy wherever they go. So there is that victim mentality that it's portrayed here. For some others of you, it seems like you have to firstly take care of the things that are at home, finish some things up, really, you know, before you go. But it's very connected with how you see life, how you see challenges, what kind of people you surround yourself with, because, you know, there is that saying, show me who your friends are, I'm gonna tell you your future. And the vibe, being in a very surrounding yourself with high vibe is quite important. Now you might say, some of you, that I'm like very high vibe, I have so many toxic people around me. You know, ask yourself why. What is it in you that's attracting certain situations or people? Because people are very quick to judge and blame others. And I'm gonna rant for pile number 3 because someone out there needs to hear this, okay? Don't say why me, okay? Pile number 3. Really take a look at why things were happening prior. What kind of patterns you have in your life? What is it that's holding you back, and how can you solve it? Because it seems like, would it be your mindset? Would it be other people who's holding you back here? Look at situations. Don't look for someone to blame. Look for, I think shadow work would be great for pile 3, because I'm very getting intense. Someone has bloated belly here because of their thought patterns, because of anxiety. It affects your digestive system. Some of you, maybe stomach problems. So try not to overthink situations too much. Truly tune into your masculine and see, hey, why is this happening? What can I do about it? If I can't do anything about it, leave it, okay? Okay, I'm just gonna sleep on it. So there is that need. Yeah, listen to your intuition. I'm asking for advice from cards. Listen to your intuition. Maybe dig a bit deeper. Connect to your higher self a bit more, because there is still something out there for you to do in the location that you are at now. If you know what's that, and if you're like, I know, you know, I don't need this rant, I know what's wrong and I know what I need to do, maybe click on the other pile here, because there might be a continuation for you. Advice. Okay. advice. I don't know why, but you guys seems like, I don't know who needs to hear that. Protect yourself more energetically. Maybe you are very sensitive energetically, and it's funny because I had a reading with someone this week where their energy field had, as I say, a hole in it, so they could attract, you know, things that are not for them, you know, and you have to work on becoming a bit more in tune with your higher self and protecting your energy field here, so that you don't react to some situations certain way, you know, overreact, let's say, or be overly sensitive, right? So work with your guides, with I would say spirituality, and truly developing oneself as a person helps to strengthen that field the most. Okay, for me it happened naturally, but my energy field was broken because I went through near-death experience, so I was kind of in between two worlds. But it's over time it's strengthened, you know. Okay, let's get back on track here. What do you need to change? Yeah, I see it saying, see the light, see the light. You need to turn around and see that light here. And you might be juggling a couple of things at the same time. It's saying leave one of those things maybe behind if you can. Okay, let's get back on track. Once that's sorted, Tarot, what kind of life? And you see, it's still there. So something has to be sold for pile number 3s. Is there anything that you are anxious about? Is something keeping you awake? Can't you sleep? Something regarding your mentality or your mental space, your mind has to be taken care of before you make a move. Why this might be coming through? Because if you're not mentally strong enough, this move might throw you off track completely, and you're like, this is the worst, you know. Once you truly work on yourself with judgment, I'm hearing higher calling, okay, that's when you'll be able to endure difficulties, because right now maybe you're not in the right mind space to move, and maybe cards are saying wait for it. Okay, you will be, but you're not now. That's something I'm not seeing here, and I tell you how I see things. So yeah, 5 of Cups, crying over spilled milk. All of these cards are a little bit like, you know, seeing things worse than they actually are. So work on your mindset, because once you'll be moving to a new country, you'll have to endure a lot of changes. You're gonna have to be ready to challenge yourself. You're gonna have to be ready to be in the most uncomfortable situations. In some cases we have to be broke for some time when we move somewhere. We don't find jobs at the beginning. In general, I'm saying, okay, I've been through all of this. Even sometimes being homeless, you know, doesn't mean that you're gonna have to be living on a street. But there was a time even for me where I didn't have home for a certain amount of time. I obviously crashed at my friends, but it's just that, you know, luggages and everything, and you don't have your own space, and you're like, I don't know what the heck is gonna happen, where I should move and what I should look for, especially when you're new to the city as well. So see if you are ready to, if you are mentally ready for this challenge, because it doesn't seem like you are. Maybe you are just checking, maybe just for fun. Maybe that's something that you already know that you don't want to do. I would say take care of things that are happening in your life right now. Become a bit stronger mentally. Become a bit more ready for this challenge, as I would say, because changes are challenging, right? And see if you truly want to move, because You can do whatever the F you want, guys, in your life. Future is in your hands. It's just saying right now, maybe it's not the best time, or you're not in the best mindset. Okay? So that's what I have for pile number 3. I'm sorry for this reading, but I always say what I say. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe. I'll catch you next time. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 4, the last but not least. Let's take a look at your reading. So we're gonna take a look at how your life would be like if you decided to move. I feel like some of you wanted to click on one more pile, or you were not sure, so maybe you take a look at both and choose whatever suits your story. Always take these readings with, I don't like to say the grain of salt, because that doesn't portray what I want to say, but pick the information that is suitable for you, because I'm talking to a big amount of people here. And I obviously, well, I'm glad if I would describe everything how it will pan out for you. I'm gonna give you advice as well, pile number 4s. What might be potential blockages or let's say difficulties that you might endure, and how to prepare for it better, whatever that's gonna come through in this reading. Okay, so if you've chosen the pile number 4, piece of glass, or this intuitive intuitive card, let's take a look at your reading. I want to shuffle a couple of more times. Let's see how your life would be like in the place where you move. Okay, we have the Devil, we have the Hierophant. Whoa, strong energies here. What's up? We have the 7 of Swords. We have, I feel like I want 4 cards here. The Sun. We have the Empress. Wow, what an energy. 3 of Wands, Eight of Cups, and we've got the 10 of Pentacles. Bottom of a deck, the Moon. Okay, let me tune into you. It seems like you guys don't want to look back. Once you move, you don't want to look back. I don't know what's happened over here, because the Devil and the Hierophant next to each other, especially Hierophant in this deck, take a look at it, right? It seems like someone might have been controlling your mind in not the best way. I don't know if that's your own mindset. For some of you it can be. Doesn't mean that other people are influencing you. It can be your own, let's say, unhealthy patterns of thoughts when it comes to this change. But it does seem like what you need to do is to watch out for situations that are now I'm getting a person here specifically for some of you. You're trying to escape probably a person or a circle. I'm seeing like circle of people, you know, but they're not, it's like opinions. They're not people in my vision. They're opinions or thoughts, how you should be living your life. And you're like, but I'm in the light. I truly want to live the way I want to live. Taken from your intuitive deck, it seems like there is some kind of a blockage. And that blockage can be some kind of trickstery happening here. So would it be you creating it for yourself or someone else who doesn't want to let you go? Okay, something about that here that I'm getting. You don't want, you like, I'm leaving, I'm not looking back. I don't know what has happened. Maybe it's not your pile. If it's not your pile, listen to another one, or listen further on. Maybe there's something for you here. How you want to live is you want to be your own boss, or your own leader, or your own person. And once you move to the place where you're at, you might encounter a situation where you'll have to stand up for yourself. Okay, you seem like you are wanderers, people, pile number 4. You would have very stable financial situation. That's what I'm seeing here. But the only thing that would be tricky for you is how can you put aside your longing and your emotions here, because you might feel sometimes that you are lonely or alone wherever you're going, but that would go away, I think, with time for you here, guys. Okay, you'd have a really, I think over time, it's not gonna happen very quickly, but over time you would design or rent or buy a beautiful home wherever you're going. It seems like you really want a nice home environment here, which you would be able to achieve, but you're gonna have to be patient with that. You see here, pile number 4s. Let's take a look a bit more into what's happening. You are thinkers. You are like, I don't know how I can get to that place. Home is coming for 4 of Wands. I told you. It seems like you guys you stand out from the crowd, and you might be very introverted here. So what I would encourage you to do once you go to the place where you want to go, communicate with people, because that's gonna bring a lot of opportunities your way. You'll have to be open to experiencing new things, because I do see that some of you might want to stay at home, or maybe you won't be as comfortable going out there and getting your opportunities, grasping, you know, that chance for yourself. You do have opportunities around you, but sometimes maybe you tend to be in your head so much that you tend to not see those opportunities. Especially, you're gonna definitely have a really nice domestic environment if you are stressed out about it. Obviously, at first you might have to be in a place that is not the most comfortable for you until you settle, but I think you would be able even to save money or to buy a home that is your dream home, or it's very close to how you imagine your dream home to be. I think what you don't understand just yet, guys, that how strong you are, pile number 4s. You can endure anything that's thrown your way. The only thing that I'm seeing here that might be a little bit meh for you is how can you deal with your own self. It seems like you might be your own worst enemy sometimes when it comes to making decisions, or when it comes to perfectionism. Okay, so and I'm getting intuitively that you might meet someone out there who's gonna end up being a very close soulmate. I'm getting this very strong friendship vibe here that for some of you obviously could potentially be a partner, but I'm getting that as if someone is waiting for you out there and you don't know about it yet. So there is some kind of connection happening wherever you're going. Okay, let's take a look a bit more what's happening here. Your life once you move. Your life once you move there. What did I say? 2 of Cups. What did I say, right? The sun and the moon. Most likely that's gonna be the opposite sex. If not the opposite sex, they will hold more of the masculine or more of the feminine than you do. Okay, if that's making sense. So that this connection will be, you'll bounce off each other. Okay, you'll very naturally bounce off each other here. For probably 1 or 2 of you, you're leaving a toxic partner behind, a toxic environment behind, and you're being reconnected with someone out there. Okay, someone that you need to connect with. Someone who has the same core values like you do. 9 of Cups, your wish fulfillment is waiting for you there, specifically with connections and relationship. You're gonna have stable finances. Yes, you'll get there. You'll have to be patient when it comes to this. Okay, it's not gonna come out of nowhere. You're gonna have to be patient. You'll get there. But most importantly for you, I'm saying, maybe that's something on your mind, you're gonna have your tribe members around you, which is people who have the same core values, people who bring you happiness and sense of freedom. think, guys, pile number 4, something was taken away from you in the past, and I think whatever it was, and I'm not talking about material things here, would it be your self-confidence? Would it be someone saying something where someone said something that influenced you in some way, where you maybe have lost this understanding that you truly can endure everything and you can get anything you want in life, and you need to claim that power back. And I think that's what's happening once you move to that place. Again, I have to put it out there, it won't happen straight away, but it will happen over time, gradually. You'll claim back your power, okay? You'll claim back your power because you're gonna be in a different place. Different places also have different vibrations, okay? So once we move from one place to another, doesn't matter how far it is, how close it is from where you're at now, it already has a different vibration. So it tends to influence you. Each place tends to influence you differently. So that's when I say to people, if you want to travel and explore places, do so, because if you want to particularly go to one place, even for visitation before you move, that would be good for you, pile number 4. Go on ahead and do so. You're gonna take something out of it. You'll bring it home. The energy that you're gonna bring home will somehow influence you for the better. You have to get something out of that place, if that's making sense, okay? The world, yeah. I would say what would be good for you guys is traveling and exploring places before you move to one place, because I think you might if you have never been to that place, it would be good to visit, because I think you might discover something that you didn't know about it before, or something that you need to know before you go there. Or if you want to go to a couple of places, visit both and then decide, okay? Because you need to feel the vibe of the place, I'm hearing, for pile number 4s. But overall, I'm feeling, I don't know why, I'm feeling very sad to what happened to you before, and I'm getting very emotional. So for some of you, I truly think that maybe there was some kind of childhood traumas, you know, or I'm feeling you energetically that something has happened to you that's not maybe related to what we're talking about here today, that's gonna be healed over this trip or over this move, okay, to another place. But you're gonna have to work on it yourself too. But you're gonna have a lot of people too around you that are really healthy for you and really encouraging, inspiring, okay? Judgment, yeah, because you're gonna be sorry, my phone is like, hey, battery low. You're gonna be somehow seeing that light, leaving everything that's not for you, you know. And I'm getting energies, some energies, maybe vibe that you don't like, or where you're at now, maybe even the way people see life, or the way maybe some people around you, or not necessarily close to you, are a bit narrow-minded, and you find yourself a little bit lonely or misunderstood. And where you go, and it seems like you would find more peace over there, okay? What did I say? More peace. That's home environment stock. It's 4, sorry, of Swords. I wanted to say 4 of Wands, that's why I say the home environment, because it reminded me of that. 4 of Swords is talking about calm, peace of mind, right? Being still, putting your feet up, okay? So that's that kind of vibe, and that's something probably that's needed for you here. I think if you'll move to this place, I'm getting intuitively, pile number 4, you will stay there for a really long time. I wouldn't be surprised if you live there for good, because it seems like you're gonna build your life up there. You're gonna build everything, and you'll create the place and the space for yourself, that peace of mind and the home that you want, and you're gonna be quite peaceful there. I'm getting a lot of peace vibes here, and I think that's something that's needed for you. okay? Because we have 9 of Wands here. It seems like maybe you've been working on something and it wasn't just happening. Maybe your dreams were not coming true, your goals were not accomplished, and there is that pattern of something not happening for you. So pay attention if you are working and it truly is just like a hassle for you and you're like, but I'm not getting anywhere. Because this is also an answer from universe to you, where you should look forward to. Maybe you need to change the way you go about things, or you need to change your location, you know, because I'm gonna share the story with you. I was struggling for some time in the place I used to live in before. When it came to my stability, I had to move 11 times in 10 years, you know, and I never had, and I always wanted this, you know, stable home environment and just feeling stable, you know, in general. It was good for me. I really loved it. But then there was a moment where I was like, I'm kind of fed up with this now. Towards the end of those 10 years, okay? Where I was like, you know what? It's not happening for me. It seems like I'm almost as if I'm being thrown out of that place. I'm getting signs, you know, that maybe explore this place, maybe explore that place. And I think that's what might be happening for you guys, where you like, I can't get a grasp of something that I want where I'm at, you know. I'm trying my best, but it seems like I'm being thrown stones in my shoes, you know. So I think that's a sign for you here too, that maybe if you wanted to explore, I think you need to travel, guys, before you settle. That's very strong here, because I think you truly will find a place where you want to live, but you need to visit that place, and you need to visit a couple of other places, because once you will decide where you want to go, and if you felt that vibe of that place, you would probably live there for a really long time, and you'll build everything for yourself there. Yeah, Ace of Cups, you know. It seems like Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, right? So it seems like you will be rediscovering that place every time. You won't get bored of it, you know. You'll have something there for you all the time. So there will be opportunities, there will be new connections for you. You'll like the nighttime of that place, and you like the daytime, and you won't get bored. Maybe you're bored where you're at now, I don't know, but that's coming through here as well. Yeah, and when I said that, it seems like maybe you don't feel very comfortable where you're at now. You're like, even the maybe environment or the weather is not how I want it to be. Doesn't necessarily have to be the weather, but it's just like that person is out in the cold, you know, and they're like, I don't know if that's something that I want to continue working on, because I've worked on something for quite a long time. And when I said that, we have 10 of Swords, right? Finishing one cycle, starting a new cycle. So last card, and we'll see. Temperance, yeah. The peace of mind, you know, the balance, I think you'll get it there. But if you'll be patient, because it will come to you gradually. It will come to you gradually. I highly encourage pile number 4 to travel before you move, because there is something out there while traveling, okay? You will pick up some information, maybe you will pick up suggestions from other people. There's something there for you. But overall, good reading. I hope you can escape the a state of being that is not the best for you right now, and I wish you luck. And if you want to see more content like this, subscribe. I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.